Hello, everybody. It's your favorite people in the whole entire world. We are so excited to see you. Just in case you don't know, you're here with
Dubois.
How are you guys? How's it going?
I was not locked in.
It's not your time to talk.
Don't talk over the audience.
Sorry about that.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Clearly, sorry, guys.
Not you? That's crazy.
No, I was
She's the
apologizing
hostess
for
allowed.
Alex. Right, I was apologizing to our guest.
Let us know in the comments.
Goodness, Curly.
Can't be interrupted there.
Just because we can't hear your voice, don't let that mean that you're silenced.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
that
Me when I give a presentation.
Well, what can you expect besides our usual antics here from Dubois? But let's get right into it. So let's start with our music this week. Calvin, would you like to start?
Sure. My song recommendation this week is a song from someone I've brought up before. Well, a group. They are known as the psychedelic R&B infused pop rock band from Atlanta, Georgia.
I love how you came up with that completely on your own.
Oh no, I didn't.
Straight up.
That's what it's in their bio, guys.
I
They're known for this.
respect it, I
Clearly,
respect it.
Coletta.
Hey.
I recommended one of their
Nice.
songs last Mother's Day. Well, yes, last Mother's Day, and they dropped another song called Blossom 2.0. Came out yesterday, so I honestly could not. I haven't listened to it enough to tell you what it's about, but it's got some great vibes. The beat's going hard, and I like a lot of their songs. And I found it because I was listening to Blossom, the 1.0 version, and I was like, "Hey, let me see if they drop music." And I did that, and boom, it was right there. And I listened to it, and I knew it was gonna be my song today. So you should also listen to it. That's my spiel. On to you, Veronica.
See that? He asked for something and it happened.
Honestly,
Manifestation.
true.
Draw willing. Anyway.
To the most high.
My music recommendation this week is Soft Spot by JMSN. So as per usual, I hear most of my music off of TikTok, or I hear it from Calvin from his playlist. And I actually heard this song. I heard a little clip of it on TikTok, and it's really catchy, and I love the way that the music is. I love the vibe that it gives off, and the lyrics are also really good. He's kind of saying that he has like a soft spot for someone, and that no matter what they say or what they do, he kind of believes them because like he has that love for them, even though it may not necessarily be the right thing. And it's really, really good. So make sure you guys give it a listen. Shawn, what's your music recommendation for this week?
Before we get into Shawn's,
Pause.
I have bad short-term memory loss, and I don't even know if I said the name of the song because of
Oh,
everything
did
I
you?
said.
I think you said Blossom 1.0, but I don't know if you said Blossom.
The song, so we're not even gonna get the joke because of that. But
That's funny.
the song is called Blossom 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even worry about editing the editor. Just we'll figure this out later. Don't even worry about it.
That's funny.
If I did say it, hey, check out
double
Blossom
down.
2.0.
Yeah.
I'm saying it 3 times.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shawn. Your song.
My song recommendation for this week is Solace in Silence by Not Enough Room. It came out this week. It's a metal song with some girl gutturals in it, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
pretty sick.
Girl gutturals.
Love,
Girl gutturals.
love me a girl screamer.
Oh.
Cut that out.
I should cut that out.
Cut it out.
It's going back to my roots of my metalhead era. It's a very nice song. It's good. It's got that like kind of like poppy sound to it too, so it's not like all screaming the whole time if that's not really your vibe. It's got a chorus that's more singy. So that's pretty neat. Don't know what the song is about, so don't ask me. I just know it sounds nice because that's how I listen to my music at first. It's not until I start singing it that I understand what the song is. And even then, it probably takes like a solid month of me singing it before I actually take into account what the words are.
You sing and you're like, damn, did I really just... Is that what the song's about?
The song
Take this off my playlist. You're talking crazy.
Yeah, no, that actually shot me in the foot. But this type of style of listening to music shot almost was detrimental to my elementary school career.
Oh, yeah.
Because my music teacher had us bring in like CDs to play songs. And my
I can see where
friend,
this is going.
my friend Brendan, he didn't have a CD, and I brought an Avenged Sevenfold CD to bring in. I think the song I went with was Critical Acclaim, which I think is fine. I still don't know what it's about, but I'm pretty sure that was fine. The other song I was going to suggest was A Little Piece of Heaven, but that song is about like or at least as far as the music video and some of the lyrics are concerned, he like kills his girlfriend and then, yeah.
Hey, I think you said enough.
Now the song that my friend Brendan I told him to recommend was called "Scream," and that song is also certainly not rated for children to listen to.
See, at least the first one.
I didn't know that.
The name kind of makes it seem like it's not so bad. A little piece of heaven.
Yeah.
A little piece of heaven. But then once you realize what he's talking about exactly, toward the end, he dies about halfway through, and then they get married in the afterlife together. And then they kill everyone who's at the wedding. So like,
Jesus Christ.
It's not all bad all the time. But
Interesting.
Now, for reference, this isn't important, but for reference, "Scream," the chorus of it goes, "You know I make you want to scream. You know I make you want to run from me, baby."
Oh boy.
So yeah. Thank God I didn't, because when I went home and I told my sister that was what I was going to have him pick, she started freaking out. She was like, "You didn't do it, did you?" I was like,
Shout out to your sister.
shout out to you, Jackie. I was like, "No, why?" And she was like, "Do you know what that song is about?" And I was like, "No."
It just sounds cool.
It just sounds cool. I don't know what it's about. And then she told me, and I was like,
That's perfect, because I could just imagine you being like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. I found out what A Little Piece of Heaven was about when I emailed that song to my friend Zach for him to listen to. And then he was like, "What was that you sent me?" And then I was like, "What do you mean?" And then I watched the music video myself, and I was like, whoops.
My fault, bro.
Yeah, Avenged Sevenfold used to be kind of crazy back in the day.
Yeah, I see that. All right.
It's a game now, though. I don't know.
I feel like back in the day, music videos were kind of just anything goes.
Oh,
dude, you used to be able to do whatever the hell you
Facts.
wanted back in the day. It's crazy.
Facts.
Yeah.
Let's end it while we're on a high note.
Yeah. Anyways, Alex.
Well, my song is okay.
Okay, here we go.
Start counting.
All right, let me know when we're good.
What you about to do? Oh, damn. Anyway, no. So my song this week is the acoustic version, relax, of "Homesick" by Miko. He recently, from recording, dropped like a little EP of like different versions of "Homesick," which was on his album that he dropped like last month. Anyway, it's very good. The original song is very good. Give that a listen to as well. But I'm not talking about that song right now. The other ones are pretty good too. But anyway, the acoustic version, I'm a fan of acoustic versions of songs because they feel a little bit more, well, depending on the song, they feel a little bit more raw. They feel, like, I don't know. So this song, I was in my feelings. And I stumbled upon this, well, Spotify told me about it. I listened to it, matched the vibe. So essentially, like, he's just talking about whether he traveled and met this person or traveled to meet this person. The world may never know unless he talks about it somewhere. Then let me know. But so basically, he's talking about like how he is in this new place with this person, and he's saying that like he is willing to stay forever. He like says like cancel his flights, unpack his bags. He'll stay forever just to be a part of this person's life. Meanwhile, this person just views him as like a tourist, is the way he words it. So like it's not, they're not viewing him the same way he's viewing them. And that's tough. That's rough, buddy. Been there. But it's a good song. It'll hit you right in your heart. At least it hit me right here. You should listen to it. Miko, I love you. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Beautiful. Well,
Bye.
That's most of my time, actually.
Well, it was really nice having you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes.
But you can find this week's music recommendations and all of the week's music recommendations on the Dubois Music Recommendations playlist on Spotify. So make sure you guys go check that out. If you guys ever have any recommendations for us, let us know in the comments. Let us know what you think. Tell us what you think the vibe is. Do you think it's great? Do you think it sucks? Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you think it's amazing.
Facts.
But
Do you think it's really sad?
hopefully
True,
it's not
actually.
too sad. Hopefully it's like
That's
the
a given.
perfect mixture. But let's get into our weeks. Does anybody have anything that they want to mention today?
I have a couple things. One,
Alrighty.
today is the day of the Royal Rumble. I unfortunately will not be able to watch it today, most likely. So I'll probably have to watch it Sunday or Monday. But I have a prediction, and I want to get the prediction out there. By the time this comes out, the Royal Rumble will be long gone, so we'll know what happened. But from where I'm sitting right now, it hasn't happened yet. So I'm making a prediction that none of you will understand.
Okay.
A while ago, some months ago, there was a beef that was ignited between none other than Cody Raheem Rhodes and Kevin Owens. That was ignited when Kevin Owens did an illegal pile driver to Randy Orton, knocking him out. And we haven't heard from Randy for a long, long time. So when the Royal Rumble is, it's basically a bunch of wrestlers all go into a ring. Last man standing is the one who wins. They've announced, I think, 10 of the participants so far, and the other, 20 haven't been announced yet.
Damn. Oh, I didn't know they had Fortnite in WWE.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's real life Fortnite.
Fortnite's really revolutionary.
Facts. So, what I think is going to happen, because John Cena is in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't heard from Randy in a while. So I think that Randy Orton is going to be one of the surprise participants, and I think that is what they're going to use as Randy and John's big moment together at a live event, because they had a big feud back in the day that was foundational to the WWE. So that is my prediction, is that Randy Orton's going to be, is going to be one of the guys who I think is going to win the Royal Rumble. I have a wild card pick, because there's also a match between Cody Luther King and Kevin Owens for the world champion title, right? I think what is most interesting is if Kevin wins, and then another guy named Sami Zayn, he's great, he's awesome, he wins the Royal Rumble, and then him and Kevin fight each other for the title at WrestleMania. I think that's what would be the most interesting thing to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen because that is not safe. I think the safe thing to happen is Cody wins the title, rightfully so, my king, Cody Raheem Rhodes, he wins the title, and because that's kind of the safer, easier thing to happen. And then I don't know who I don't know, they're gonna have
Yeah.
Roman Reigns. I don't actually think it's gonna be Roman Reigns. It's too easy. Anyways, somebody else is going to win the Rumble. It doesn't matter. But those are my predictions, and that's what I would like to happen. So
I hope Randy Orton spends time with his kid after he's done with this.
Yeah. Jinxie has been Jinxie's kind of been going through it as of late.
So he should check out his son.
I agree. Show up on a stream every now and then, Randy.
Honestly,
you're not performing right now. You got nothing else to do.
Bad rain.
Next thing I want to talk about. Now, this thing you guys will probably be able to engage in. There's a show on Amazon called the Beast Games or something like that. It's Mr. Beast's premiere Squid Games show.
Have you watched it?
Huh?
Have you watched it?
No, I've just seen a lot of clips of this one instance. So,
oh boy,
there's 10 competitors, I believe, in this. Now, there's $1 million cash prize that there's this point that comes up in the. I haven't seen the actual thing. I've just seen clips on TikTok about this specific scenario. So if I get parts wrong, eat me. Basically, 10 of them. They're all in houses surrounding a big money pile, and each of them has to come out one by one and say how much money they want to take from the pile, right? So the first, they all agree with each other because they've built up this trust, I guess, with each other at this point. So they all agree they'll all just take $100K, so that's split evenly. Split evenly between everybody.
Okay.
I already feel like this
First
is gonna
girl
go south.
comes out, absolute queen, kindness. She follows the program. She's like, hey, we agreed. We're all going to take our 10%, so I only want to take my $100K, and I'm good. Fantastic. She goes back to the house. Next guy comes out. This guy's a bit of a sneaky fella. He's a bit of a sneaky fella. He takes $2,200.
Okay.
Or $220K. My bad.
Oh.
$220K.
I was saying, okay.
Sorry.
And then some.
And then some.
That's crazy.
Now this guy is very sneaky and lucky because he falls entirely under the radar because the next guy that comes out, numero 3.
I want $500K.
So he comes out. They ask him how much money he wants.
$1 million.
And he says, he's like, I have my mortgage. I'm $530K in debt.
Ooh.
God damn.
That's massive.
Now at this point there was
for a house, I guess.
I think it was 6. No, I don't remember. I don't know. I'm not doing the math right now.
Yeah.
He says I'm gonna take. I think it was $6,800
So
$680,000.
Sorry, yes, I keep fucking the numbers up.
Damn.
$680,000 is what
Holy
he takes.
Right.
This is
fuck.
number 3. He leaves the remaining people with $27,000 to split.
Jesus Christ.
How
So
many
like do whatever
people are
math
still
that
left?
is.
What the fuck?
There's still
There was like 7 people left.
Yeah.
6 or 7 people left. Because this is
Damn.
number 3.
Yeah.
So do they take in this order? Like, is he actually getting the money?
Yeah. Well, I believe so. I don't know if he walks away with it. I don't know how it works because I haven't
Yeah.
watched the show.
Mhm.
As far as my understanding, that's why he
but
does
that's
it.
the preface,
Wow.
assumably.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he takes, and mind you, they show a clip of like the girl who's next. She's number 4. She's like, I am number 4. She's like,
hey.
she's like, yeah, I trust him the most because it shows like a
Wow.
clip of him being like, oh, you guys are like my family. Like you remind me of my
Man.
own daughters and blah, blah.
Okay.
And
Nah,
this-
low key, that reminds me. I
No.
saw another. It was another like Mr. Beast thing, where, but it wasn't the Amazon version. It was like
Mhm.
just on his channel. It was a
Yeah.
clip, and there was another dude who was basically doing the same thing, and people kept like siding with him because he was being all nice, but he was like low-key conniving and
Yeah,
like
and,
doing
like,
shit in the
getting-
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
If you compare someone to your children, saying you're like my daughters,
Yeah.
and then you do that,
Yeah. So that's why she was like,
Oh my
I'm confident that he's not gonna like.
Yikes.
I trust him the most out of everybody here. And then she walks out. There's only $27,000.
Oh, so they see what's left.
Yeah, they see what's left because
So the
It's like,
next
oh,
person-
1 and 2
Wait.
must have took the rest
Yeah,
of it.
so
I know
the
3
first
wouldn't
one
do
and two,
that.
wow.
The first person took their 100K. The next person only had 900 available to them.
and they were able
They
to
took
see
their
that.
22.
That's so messed
and
up.
then, yeah.
That's so messed up.
So he takes like I forget exact. It's 630 or 680 or something like that. Now, mind you, his debt was only I think like 530.
Yeah.
I think is what it
You want to make
was.
sure you had extra.
So like he took enough to
Damn.
pay off his debt and then also an extra $100 and whatever
Jesus
$1,000.
Christ.
So she ends up like she's like all frazzled. I think she takes like 5K out of the pot.
Ah, damn.
And so the rest of the people go by, and then one guy, the guy at the end, gets nothing because there's nothing left for him. And then
That's
so they all and then it cuts to the guy in his room, stacks of money, and he's like on his knees breaking down,
The
crying.
hell? Oh, like
But it's certainly happy tears.
I was
It's
gonna
not
say,
like
yeah, not
regretful.
like-
No.
It's like,
He's, oh my God,
money.
so much money.
Exactly.
I've never
Mr.
seen so
Krabs.
much.
Exactly. So that happens, and then they all confront each other because they all then come out of the house, and then they
oh, so like okay, so they get like immediately, so like they just put it in the house.
put it in the house. They all go back to the house, and then they come back out.
I
they're
think
like,
that's what it
open
was.
the door, open the door. Nah, you can't pull it.
Yeah, and then so they're like, "Why did you take that much money?" He's like, "I just, I have a family to support." And then all of a sudden, he starts getting mad at them, and he's like, "You're not gonna feed my family. You're not gonna pay my mortgage. You're blah, this and that." And I'm like, "Yo, that's so
dude
crazy."
became the
To get
villain.
mad at
Yeah.
them.
And
for-
everybody
crazy.
in the comments, everybody is like, "I would have done the same thing. He's smart. I would have taken all of it." But this, and I'm like, the way that everyone is just so selfishly greedy. This is, by the way, this isn't the last round of the competition.
Yeah.
This is like to get into the finals.
Oh,
And
what?
already
So there's
done
still the actual cash prize at the end.
yeah.
What the fuck?
So like,
Oh yeah, because I
So
think
you
it's
still have
more
a
than
chance
$1
to
million.
get like
Exactly.
money for
Yeah.
said mortgage and other things.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
damn.
That's why they all
Grimy.
agreed to take
Yeah.
100K because then they
Then
go
at
to the
least
next round
everybody
and
gets some,
yeah.
like, yeah, that's crazy.
So everybody, and then seeing everybody in the comments like talk about how they would have done the same thing. I'm like, dude, this is so
that just goes to
gross.
show you that
Listen.
people like really just are in it for themselves
Yeah.
and will say and do anything. Because like, how are you gonna put on that whole spiel, make it seem like, oh my God, everybody, we're such a family. I trust you. We're only gonna do this. We're only gonna take $100,000 each.
And in the next round, they announced that the way to get to the finals was you have to be voted in.
Oh,
By
so he
the other
definitely
contestants.
wasn't
That's
voted in.
crazy.
And so
I hope he was voted off the island
The trick
immediately.
is they're like, you can use your money to bribe other contestants to vote for you.
Oh.
So then it cuts to the guy, and he's like, well, I'm stuck here with nothing. I have nothing to like bribe people for
yeah.
or bribe people with. So I'm and I don't know what happens after that because that's all I saw. But
Damn.
I hope they voted that dude off.
I hope they
let,
voted
let
that
him take
dude
his
out, yeah.
600K and be done.
Yeah, because that's all you need.
Versus like the whole prize. That's
Yeah.
insane.
Damn, bro.
Like I don't know. I would have taken the 100K, but if I walked out and saw like 20,000 left, I would have been like,
I'm like, yo, who the
I'm about to start knocking on some doors.
Low
What
key.
what do you mean? Like
kicking
20,000 left?
doors?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What
No,
the
but
hell?
especially for it to be the guy that like you trusted the most.
Yeah.
Too. It's so
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
wild. I saw it. I was like, oh my god. And when I went to the comments, I expected some back
Some
and
people
forth.
to be like,
Like I
"Oh."
expected most people to be like, wow, he's messed up for that. He's messed, but no, everybody was like, no, yeah, he's right. He's smart. Mind you, he's $530,000 in debt.
I don't think that's
Like
smart
he
anyway.
put himself in.
So he
Yeah.
took almost $100,000 more than
Yeah.
what
More
he
than-
was in debt for.
100,000 plus.
Well, yeah, he had to
Extra.
pay off the
He's
house
living
and
it
go
up.
buy a new
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like he is paying off all his debts. He's
Mhm.
debt free, and he still has now all this
Vacation.
money
Yup.
Yeah,
plus
wait.
the assets that he's paying off.
Yup. He's like, yeah, I needed a new start. And I'm like, man, that's so
All I'm saying is, hold on. All the money that you're putting towards the debt, unless you're not paying it off, and that's why you're in so much debt, like just clearing that is already clearing up, or presumably a decent portion of your funds going into the
Yeah.
debt. Oh, you rat bastard! That's crazy. That's crazy.
And-
You're
and-
gonna feed my family? You've been doing that already,
no,
bro.
yeah,
You've
when
been
he
doing
said
it.
that, I was like, wow, the nerve,
Yeah.
the audacity to be like, you're not going to feed my family. You're not going to pay my mortgage. Like,
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
the mortgage thing, like
even then, that's still
But that's
$100K.
kind of
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
what I'm
your
saying.
own fault. No,
Yeah.
like not to say that a mortgage is a bad thing, but like
Mhm.
it's your own fault for
Yeah.
choosing
Yeah.
to buy a house and getting yourself into that much debt. Like that's a lot of debt. Like $530 something thousand dollars is a lot of debt.
I would assume it's the mortgage, but
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like even then, like if it is the mortgage, like that's still a lot of debt.
And even if you didn't agree already to each take your fair share, then like it would still be crazy, but it wouldn't be like it wouldn't feel like evil.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But since you agreed with
You're like,
everybody,
oh, yeah,
and then
cool.
you get out there, you see the money, and all of a sudden
Right.
you switch up. It's like, wow.
And that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's literally
What?
that's
Even
half.
just the $100K would change
That's
my
more
life.
than
Yes,
half.
More than half.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, we're still not talking about
The
number
final.
2 because he was
Oh,
so
true.
lucky
Yeah.
and slipped entirely under the radar. I didn't see
true.
anybody talking about
220.
him
Oh wow.
because because the other guy took so much more than
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
It reminds me of the like the Jubilee. I think it was Jubilee. It's Jubilee or Cut. I don't remember. They're like the same thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
Of like the $1,000 like
who gets it?
who gets
everything, yeah.
$1,000. Like
You
you
know.
have to decide between each
Oh,
other.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like it reminds me so much of that, and like just how people will just change when money is involved. And
Yup.
it's just wow, that's crazy.
I could be entirely wrong because I also have not seen like the Prime Video Beast games, whatever. But I think whoever did win gave the money to like the second place person
Mhm.
because
Mm.
like they felt they were better off with it than them.
I respect
So
that.
that's the case. Hey, at least there's a hero in this,
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
not just villains.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
wild.
Wow.
And the second guy's kind of lucky that like
He's
the first
so
guy
lucky.
did what he
That's
did.
crazy.
Still a
Because,
dickhead.
like,
Still a dickhead because like that would have
realistically-
still left some. Like the last guy would have gotten
Yeah.
something still
Yeah.
Yeah.
at that point, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, like that's just wild. Like you really
Yeah.
you put on this facade and like make these people trust you, and then it's like, haha, just kidding. He'd be great for that show, Traders on Peacock.
Ooh.
What was that about?
It's basically these celebrities, and they all like one of them is the traitor,
Mhm.
and they kind of have to figure out amongst like who's the traitor.
Okay.
And they don't know until they get like voted off, but like they vote against who they think it
Okay.
is.
Among Us, the TV show.
Kinda like, also like
Honestly,
the mole.
I think so.
Okay.
I think
Or
it's
the
kind
bowl,
of
yeah.
like
You
that.
walk in
Yeah.
and contestants' heads just
Yeah.
snap.
Like, he's-
It's kind
gotta
of
kill her.
cool.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Get him
like
on there.
that's crazy though.
No, don't actually.
Oh, actually, yeah,
No.
yeah,
I don't want this guy.
Don't get him on
Yeah, he's
anything
got enough.
anymore.
So wait, is the Mr. Beast show like is that still actively going,
think
or
it's
did they
done.
finish?
I honestly don't know.
I genuinely
I
like
imagine the
wonder what
season's done,
the
but I
reaction
don't
was
know.
Probably.
when the other
dropped it all at once.
contestants
Or-
saw that.
Yeah.
Like I really want to know how would you like in real
what's actually
time
seen,
like
yeah.
what would you
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be able to like contain myself from
Yeah.
like putting my hands on you. Like
I'm on
I'd be like
security. Stay over there.
like you're playing with 6 people's lives right there, because that's 6 people, 5 other people besides yourself that you took from essentially 5 and like a quarter
Interesting,
really.
yeah.
Like that you took from. And like that's
crazy.
crazy.
He's like, oh, like I have to worry about my life. And then I think the girl, she kind of gags him. She says something along the lines of like, yeah, but you're not worried about anybody else's life here. Like,
no, he doesn't
by
care.
worrying about just yourself, you're like screwing everybody else over.
Yeah.
Even if he had taken just enough to cover his debt,
Yeah.
like it would still be bad.
Yeah.
But
It's
it's
go
like
further. Like,
but it's like,
he's
all
going
right,
the extra
like,
mile.
it's bad and annoying,
But I kind of get it.
I get it. You're really trying to get out of that. So like, you're still a
that's
piece
what
of
I'm
shit.
saying.
But like, oh, that's one. You're still a piece of garbage. But where's the oh? You're still a piece of garbage, but you know, I can. It's like a percent more justifiable. For him to take an extra like 130 or 50K or whatever it was, it's like, all right, bro,
unexcusable.
you're kind of giving up the goose at that point where it's
Low-key.
like, we know what your real
Especially like after telling what you owed.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you didn't say, if you're like, oh, I'm in so much debt. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Because that's what he said. He's like, oh, I'm in like a lot of debt. And then James, Mr. Beast,
Mr. Beast himself.
is like, oh, do you mind saying how much? And he's like, oh, yeah, like 530K. So it's like, okay.
That's
So
so
then,
And then he's like, I would like to take 680, please.
yeah. So then,
oh,
did
he
they
took
see-
680.
I
I
think
thought you
that's what
said
it was.
630.
Well,
No, I
it's
think it
either-
was 680.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not 100%
He wasn't
sure
sure
the number.
it was
I think it
680.
was 680.
Yeah.
Honestly,
100,
that
like
makes it
50K.
even
Yeah.
worse because then you took majority of what the
Yeah.
sixth person would have had. Like if it's like
Mind you, he was
Not
number
to-
3.
Yeah, he took majority of the pot in general.
like 620,000 is a lot of money, but compared to like 680,000, that's an extra $60,000
Yeah.
right there that you took from. Like, what is wrong with you?
I forget the official numbers. All I know is that the 4 to 10 were left with 27K, and that's it.
Which is crazy, bro.
That's wild.
Do they see like whenever they all step out of the house, like how much each person took, or is it kind of just like?
No, they just see like how much money is left.
No, I mean like at the end when everybody steps out of their house,
Oh,
or is
like,
it just like you have to like word of mouth?
I
be
wonder
Like,
if-
oh no, I only took. Like,
I imagine it was word of mouth because I'm sure I think the girl might have even been like, "Oh, how much did everybody take?" And then that's when.
Yeah, that would have been the first
I would
question
lie.
I asked. Like,
Well, I wouldn't have done them dirty like that in the first place.
See, but the thing is
But
that
I'd
you
lie.
can't lie because when number 1, because you're number 3 who did it. So number 1
Yeah.
being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I took my 100K."
yeah,
Number
but
2,
I'm like, well, he lying. He's lying. He must be lying because I
Oh,
only
yeah.
took my
But
100K.
then-
Matter of fact, I only took
but
93K.
because
I
then,
took less.
but your story falls apart because why didn't number 2 say something? Why is it number 4 saying something and not number 2?
But
Because
like-
if number 1 took more than half of the thing, then
I'd
like
be like,
number 2
on-
would have been
on
like, "Hey yo."
On my soul, it was only like 43K when I said that. On my soul, talk to them.
That was
On myself.
crazy. Yeah, no, that's wild.
Yeah,
bananas.
that is insane though.
Yeah.
Damn.
So screw that guy. That guy
That's
sucks.
facts.
Also, happy Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, went over the yeah.
We didn't do a special episode this year because we didn't know that it was gonna be Valentine's Day.
Love
but
you.
I looked at my calendar today and I was like, oh,
By the time
Valentine's
it
Day.
was- yeah.
Oh.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, guys.
I hope you guys have a good Valentine's Day and your Valentines. You treat each other nice, and they don't get jealous when I say I love you.
Yeah. And how about next year you help your boy out? Okay.
Facts.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. you're
So
saying-
happy like early Valentine's
Happy
Day.
early
Okay.
Valentine's Day.
So we drop
Hopefully
on
you
Thursdays.
guys
but-
get hopefully you guys
bud.
get
Drop on
good
Thursdays,
food and good
bucko.
desserts.
So yeah, that's those are my spiels.
All right.
Beautiful.
That sounds like a
Well-
crazy week for you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, let's, I guess, get into our topic for today. So, for today, we're going to talk about a show called Castlevania Nocturne.
Yeah.
Right. I always question how I say it
the
because
whip.
I instinctively always want to say nocturnal for some reason. Don't know why. Don't have a rhyme or reason for it. But for those of you who don't know or haven't seen it, Castlevania Nocturne is basically focusing on a young vampire hunter named Richter Belmont and his adoptive sister Maria as they battle against a rising powerful vampire messiah who seeks to exploit the chaos of the revolution to enslave humanity while forming alliances with unlikely allies like a Caribbean sorceress named Annette to combat the growing vampire threat in France. The series explores themes of classic struggle, political turmoil, and the complexities of family ties amidst the backdrop of a vampire uprising.
Let's not forget about the homie Edwald. the light skinned menace.
Yes. So
bro would not stop.
in Castlevania,
Let my bro say
there
it.
are a lot of really wonderful characters. There's a lot of crazy things that happen. So we're just gonna get right on into it, I guess. What did you guys think of the show? I personally really liked it. I thought it was really cool. I liked
His face. Oof.
Okay, well, clearly fucking Shawn doesn't agree with me. I can curse
What the
however
hell,
many
dude?
times I want. Whatever. I'll let the haters start then. Clearly, since he don't like it.
I did not care for the show.
Dang.
broke my heart.
It was really hard for me to stay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He doesn't like me.
It-
If you don't like
no,
me, just
it's
say
not
that.
you.
Can't believe it, bro.
It's not unless you made the show, then I love it.
The truth has revealed itself.
No, it was the Beats sibling. I don't know if they're siblings, but I know both the creators have their last name is Beats or something like that.
Wait, it's not the same.
I like
It's not
the
the same
show.
guy from the first
I
season.
don't think so.
What? That's probably why I don't really care for it. Well, see, here's the thing. I sometimes I'll really like a thing,
Beats.
and
Sorry,
then a sequel to that thing will come out that I don't like.
Yeah.
That will make me go back and question what I liked about the first thing. And so Joker had that effect on me, where when we watched Folia Doo-Doo, I was like, I really liked the first one, and I was like, what did I like about the first one? And I haven't thought it deep enough to like really bring that back up. Aside from the performances, but the performances the second one were
I feel
good.
like
so
you'd
that's
have
not
to
important.
watch it.
Yeah, I'd have
kinda-
to. So that being said, I watched the first 2 seasons. Well, no, I think I'm halfway through season 2 of the original Castlevania, and I was like, this just feels more interesting. I think part of it also was kind of getting caught up in the hype a little bit for how much I liked it. But I liked Dracula and like his whole story as it plays out
Yeah.
more. I like the art style more. I'm not a huge fan of the art style in Nocturne. I think it's fine. It's not bad. Like nothing about the show is
Is
bad.
it that much different?
It's not like it's
Maybe I'm
like
not an artiste.
it's
so.
not like so different where it's like night and day.
Yeah.
I think it's
Hey!
Yeah.
But it's different enough to where like you can notice certain
Yeah.
things.
Okay. I have to see like a side
yeah,
by
I
side.
like went back and looked at the first seasons,
Yeah.
whatever series, and like it's like based in the same style, I
Yeah.
guess, but like the way that it's like animated and drawn, like the lines are different, the coloring is
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. However, like visually, the show looks really good. It's
Yes.
very good, like well animated. The fights are all really good. It's just the story. I'm really not. It wasn't grabbing me. So that's why it took me so long to like finish it, was because I had such a hard time kind of like staying.
When you
locked
said you
in.
had half an episode left, I was like, bro, what do you mean? Half an
It was-
episode. Just
to be
finish
fair,
it.
the last 2 episodes I liked a lot.
Yeah, last episodes are
The last
goated.
2 episodes I liked.
That's
a
why
lot.
another reason why I was like, why is he not?
I
finished?
procrastinated.
finish it.
I procrastinated it because I didn't like it that much
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
I just like it a lot more than I guess the rest of
The
it.
rest-
I will say though, I think the only thing that I may classify as bad
Mhm.
is the voice acting. And I'm not a voice actor.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that these performers are not good. I'm not saying that they can't do a good job. I'm not saying necessarily that a good job wasn't done, because I don't know. I can't tell you what qualifies as good or bad voice acting. All I know is that the voice acting to me felt off, especially Orlok. What was that guy's name?
Orlocks.
Orlok's, yeah.
My guy.
That guy, his all of his voice lines just felt like they were not.
I feel like
The only ones that I think were that like I thought were good were Richter's grandpa, aka Jorah
Juiced.
Mormont.
My boy. Juiced.
And is that his name? Juiced?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
no, Just.
Oh, my bad.
Juiced,
Juiced.
yeah.
My bad. And
Juiced up anyway.
I think like who's else was there? There was another guy or one of the ladies I think that I thought sounded normal, but everybody else just sounded like Richter sounded off. What's her Maria's mom?
Yeah.
She really sounded off. Not as
Yeah.
much as Orlok's, but certainly somewhat. So it's like a combination of factors. I wasn't super duper. Whenever like it got to Richter's grandpa and like the Richter stuff, I was like, okay, this is interesting, this is cool. But like the Annette stuff, the Edward stuff, the Maria stuff, also like the priest being her dad, worst kept secret in Hollywood. From
Facts.
the first moment in the show, I was like, that's her dad, ain't it? Like immediately.
I like didn't think about it because like the whole like her dad not being there thing. I was just like, oh, that's just dad's not there. But once like it was like the vibe between Tara and the abbot, I forget his name right now. I was like, did it?
Yeah.
But and they did. They did indeed.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers.
The vibe I caught. What I want to know is Richter fucking that girl's mom? Because they had like
The chemistry
vibes.
those first couple episodes were I was
and I thought I might have been tripping at first because I also felt those vibes between Orlox and his little soldier man guy. His little soldier boyfriend or whatever.
Oh, Ms. Rock.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, I felt the vibe between them, and then I was like, okay, maybe that's just kind of like how the writers kind of do interactions. But then they straight up were fucking.
Yeah.
So I was like,
oh, well.
I think I need to add.
Oh, true, actually.
Dang. So then I was like, okay, so I'm not tripping. There are vibes there. So then with Richter and that girl's mom, I was like, something's off here. Something's a little. I don't know. They had weird vibes together.
Put that woman in jail. She groomed him.
Yeah, I guess. She bad. I'd have done it. If I was Richter, I would have done it.
I'm not saying I wouldn't have. I'm saying she's still a groomer. She
That's true.
That's her
That's
adopted
true.
son.
That's true.
Also fair.
If that's true. That's fair. But anyways, back to the important stuff.
Yes.
I thought it was neat that they had like covered their like anime bases. So they had like the alchemist, the state alchemist, right? That was Annette.
Oh,
they had the Pokemon trainer.
Yeah,
that was
Maria.
cool. They had just your regular average guy. That was what's his name again? Mark. Mizrak.
yeah.
Mark. And then they had the Castlevania characters. So that was sick.
No, remember? So they also had Doubleman Crybaby.
That's right. Yeah, they had Doubleman Crybaby with
Edouard.
with Edouard. The light
Edouard,
menace.
Yeah.
The light-skinned menace.
With him, like I do think they gave him too many like singing scenes.
It's just so funny.
It just felt so random sometimes. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just like oh okay, we're doing another song.
It was so funny that like what was it, like the third to last episode where like they started like the night creature started beefing, where they straight up just like shut up, and then that one like knocked him I was like damn. But also,
that was funny.
Get it? Nah.
So yeah.
So
I guess that's my.
I can kind of agree with you. I do think original Castlevania had a better story. I do think it told the story a little bit better. This one was kind of slow. It kind of seemed like a lot of it. The last episode's kind of like really pieced a lot of like puzzles together. The fighting, like you said, was great. They do that really well. I love Richter's fighting style. Seeing like basically Trevor and Sypha into one person is so dope. But I do think, like I said, the story was lacking a bit. With me, the voice acting, it kind of didn't seem like people were conversating. It seemed like there was some dead space kind of in between like certain dialogue, which felt a little weird. But I did like, I don't think there's any characters I did not like. I did like them all. I think they all like kind of played their character well. It's just some of the dialogue seemed a little off for me. But yeah, like I did like it. I do think the story could be a little better, personally.
Okay.
But it's also living up to like the original Castlevania, because I think the issue is like with the first one, you have Dracula who basically loses his wife because humans are stupid, and then they went and like he warned them, and they said, "Oh yeah, burn her," and let's celebrate now this day that we have, and all these other things. I feel like it was kind of cool just seeing like a vampire that was kind of becoming human, kind of go back to his like vampire ways out of like hatred and disgust of humans, and like it's both sides. Humans were also really, really bad in that show, and like showcasing a lot of those things. So like it's like you fell for Dracula. I don't think I got that with Sekhmet, especially when like the pieces of like when it went from like she's Sekhmet reincarnated to like she's the
Horcrux or whatever.
And then like when the real or the third Sekhmet pulled up and was like talking to the other two through her, I was like, are y'all not supposed to be like one soul together? Like, why can't you just like, hey, come back? Like, I don't know.
That being said, Erzbeth, if you're watching this, hit me up.
Well,
not in her final form.
Not in her final form.
I disagree entirely.
Okay. So here I have
specifically in her final form.
Hell no, you a freak.
I'm a monster freaker.
Oh, I mean,
I think I'm okay on either one.
Oh wow,
she gives me Moira vibes.
I would.
I would.
I'm sure you would.
Hey, Moira.
but, you know.
Oh,
You're out of work right now.
oh,
Damn.
Yikes.
But yeah, I liked it overall,
Mhm.
but I do think it could improve in some areas, and we'll probably get a season 3. So we'll see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I will say that the after Dracula dies in the original Castlevania, like those seasons as well, I didn't really care for as much either.
After you're saying,
Yeah, so like
Yeah,
season 3 and 4, I didn't really
And then
like.
they brought him back as a weird, nasty homunculus with.
Huh?
Anyway.
they didn't.
Oh well, at
Not
the
fully.
also at the very end of the
Yeah,
original
last-
Castlevania,
yeah.
Dracula and Lisa are alive
Yeah.
and back to normal.
well, because they're in hell. They were in hell.
yeah, no, but
and they
that was
pulled
at the
them
end of
out.
season
And then the
3, and then
thing
in
brought
season
them
4,
back, and
they're
then,
like
like,
in the real
yeah,
world
yeah,
again.
Yeah, they came
Yeah.
out of hell.
So it's like, is Dracula somewhere?
Still. Oh, maybe.
Because Lisa obviously isn't, but like
Yeah.
Dracula,
Maybe.
I don't know. I kind of wish they did something like that. Also, why'd they whitewash Alucard? They whitewashed a white man.
I do have like a theory on that kind of, and
I imagine it has to do with like how old a vampire.
I was gonna
is.
say, well, it's not even that,
also,
but also
yeah.
because he's half human, so it's kind of showing that the human side of him does
Okay.
age. He ages in
Okay.
some ways, but not others. Like he's
Okay.
young complexion wise, kind of, but like his hair just turned white.
Okay.
That's kind of how I saw it because he's been around for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
this
No, he was
I
20
just
in the
assumed-
original season. He was only 20 years
Yeah,
old.
that
That was
makes
a
sense.
baby.
And my man was already chilling in a coffin.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. He barely lived.
Dracula was like, pack him up.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I forgot he was
Yeah.
forcefully
Yeah.
packed up.
But I just assumed it was because, like, in like the original, like games, like splash art stuff,
He
like
has
he
white
was
hair.
like
Yeah.
all like white with like yellow
Okay,
eyes. Kind
that
of.
could
I just assumed they
also
were
be.
like
They're like, oh, he's too young to make him like
Yeah.
this. So now that he's
maybe,
older, we'll just take
maybe,
his
I guess. I
real
don't know,
look.
but
Makes sense.
yeah.
Last thing I'll say before the lovely Veronica gets to actually speak this episode. I do like that Richter got his iconic outfit by the end. That he earned his outfit at the end with the ripped sleeves and the white headband. So kudos.
One other thing, sorry, before, because you just reminded me.
Also, Moonlight Greatsword.
Yes,
Sick.
damn it. Damn it. I hate you.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to bring it up. Well, along with that, though, I'm all for great sound effects. You know, I love, like, as everyone points out, the Fire Force, like the Moonlight Punch, whatever it's called. But when he silently just, and then like the sound happened after,
that was hard.
I was like,
That was hard.
are you serious right now?
That was hard.
That was dope as hell.
Yeah.
You're going to put a Moonlight Greatsword in the show and make it cool?
Okay.
They got me.
I also whenever he's like, I was like, usually this is the point where like I would say something cool, but I decided F it or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's kind of saucy.
Okay.
That's kind of saucy because he's like, oh, I learned what it means to be a Belmont. This is where I'd say something cool, but F it or something. It was
Yeah.
something to that effect. It was cool. All right,
I like it.
everyone, shut the hell up. Let the woman speak.
No, I was enjoying listening to your opinions. I think you guys, besides your opinion of not liking it that much, I think you guys
Based.
had great opinions.
Based. That's what I'm talking about. Tell me I'm wrong. Anyways.
So
What do you
I
think of
figured we could.
Oh, you got to give your opinion on the show.
I like it. I said from the beginning that I like it. I liked it a lot, but then Shawn was being a hater, so then I
Did you
stopped
give
talking
your
about how
opinion,
much I liked it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What do you think, Alex?
Good. Moving on. Okay. Okay. So, all right. I watched the first season a couple weeks ago, so the notes on that one are a little. I just know that I like the first season, storyline wise, probably more than the second season.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I think both were good. I enjoy them. I enjoyed most of the characters the first season. They're a little flat for me, but overall I liked them a lot. The second season, since I watched that one more recently, is where I have more notes. I can tell you which episode is my least favorite. It was episode 4 of season 2. Because
Is it the training arc of Maria?
yes, I did not. The highlight of that episode was seeing human Elizabeth, and I stand by that. And I stand by that because like Maria this season pissed me off. I don't lie to you.
God.
Maria,
Yeah.
and
Shut
her
the
mom-
hell up.
and her mom
Also,
pissed
am
me
I
off, too.
tripping? Did her hair just get mad long out of nowhere?
Well,
Am
no,
I tripping?
she it's always been long, but she
Yeah.
let it out, and so it's been like.
Well, how
all
did
the
she
way
have
down.
it? Because I thought she just had
She had like
it was
some
like a
stuff.
She had what
there was
looked like a
long
jellyfish cut
ponytail.
almost, where it was
yeah.
like you could see this, but like you couldn't see the
Okay.
rest
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She was annoying as hell. bro.
Yeah.
Not low key.
I will say dope that she got some pretty cool like demons that were working with her, but I was also like, can you stop
Tripping.
crying?
Low key.
Can you do something?
Yeah, oh my gosh, bro. Anyway, No, actually, I'll go until you brought it up. Might as well go into it now. I was like, I get where she was coming from, kind of. I think. And then let's see, this leads into the old man Coyote, whatever his name is. I don't know what's going on with that, but like,
Abbott?
no,
Okay.
that's the sole thing that took the Abbott whenever he died, and then is also at the very end.
You're saying the weird
Mephistopheles,
apparition.
whatever. Yeah. I don't like that Tara is like his. Like, I get it because she's reading the book or whatever before she got turned to a vampire. I don't like that she's like his minion thing now or whatever, because I was like, she's giving me really weird vibes like all season, and then whenever she was like teaching Maria how to like use the slaughter half of her magic or whatever.
Did I miss that? I didn't even piece that. Like people like piece that together.
Huh.
That Tara's working.
Oh well, it's like at the very end.
Yeah,
of
it
the
like
last
shows her and
episode.
then a shadowy figure.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
here's-
at the
and
end,
here's-
yeah.
And here's
Okay.
where
I
I was like,
before.
who the
I don't think I put
Yeah.
two
I was
and
like,
two together that they were
That's
working together.
like he's been popping up all season or whatever.
Yeah.
That, as far as I know, that was the first time
Wait,
I saw
really?
him. Yeah.
I only
Oh,
saw
wow.
him when
let that
Abbott
tell you
died.
what it does.
Dang.
I was saying, I only noticed when
So,
Abbott died. So I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, the first time was when the Abbott died. The second time was like whenever he like popped. Oh, whenever Olrox was at the machine.
Oh yeah, he
and
was going
like,
to Mizrak or there, and then
Yeah,
when,
he was
when
like-
Mizrak was
I
dying.
thought that was old. See, I don't.
No,
know.
Olrox was holding
Olrox
Mizrak.
was holding the book, and then he was like, "This book and you don't belong here." Threw it into the machine, burned up the book, and then the third time was when Olrox,
Mizrak,
who's about to
yeah.
pull up and take Mizrak's soul,
He's like,
and he's
"Nah,
like, "No,
that's my
None
man.
of
That's
these,
my
none of
mans."
these words are in the Bible. Just so you guys know that.
Thanks. But I don't like I think that, and like I get it that it's like gonna lead probably into a season 3 or whatever, but I think that I didn't like her vibes this season. Tara, I found her annoying as well.
Yeah.
The I don't know what their last name is. The like the Maria bloodline ladies this season weren't doing it for me.
Speakers.
Yeah, because like Tara, it was like, oh, she did this crazy sacrifice thing.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, this might be interesting because now she's gonna have to work with Urzabeth.
Mhm.
And then she just like immediately like
Was like,
second
no.
episode was like, actually, I think I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And then she goes, trains her daughter, and then it's like, okay, I'm gonna leave the show now.
Basically.
And then so like episodes later, I was like, did she like die or something? I don't remember what happened to her. And then she shows up at the end. I was like, oh, okay. Now they're gonna like wrap up what's going on there. And then it just shows the Babadook standing above her. So then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I
so what
was
was
not-
the point? I thought there
yeah.
was gonna be
I think
something
it's just,
more.
I think it's just gonna be like to build into season 3, but
Yeah.
I think it's very unnecessary.
I did not like it, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, because like even like once again I was like, okay, she's like struggling with the weird because like when I was watching, I was like, I kind of get the whole. I was like, maybe it could be cool, like with her being like, I'm gonna go see my daughter, and then like in that conversation in the house, I was like, okay, she's like she cares about her daughter still. That was the whole conversation with Maria and Alucard being like, you know, are all vampires evil? And he's like, you know, as far as I've seen, a lot of them are evil, but love can redeem them, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, is that going to be the theme? No. No, because she went to go see her daughter, and she immediately trained her daughter in the slaughter once again, like I've done with survival, now it's slaughter time. Slaughter gang. And then
Slaughterhouse.
and then she went to go murk her dad. Spoilers again. Sorry, the Abbott's her dad. You already said that. And then her mom being like, "No, don't go." I was like, "You just taught her how to use that magic. What are you talking about?" I didn't like that part.
Oh no, but that's how she did that though. She's
Exactly.
Like, no,
Yeah, she
don't
was like,
do it.
"No."
And then she was like,
and then she smiled after. I was like, "What the fuck is going on
Oh,
here?"
that
I,
makes
I,
so
I
much
think
more
she.
sense.
That,
Okay.
I think she was working with
With him ever
Homeboy.
since.
Yeah, at the
but I was just
beginning.
like, I don't like this. I don't.
It's just
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
also Urzabeth is just cool with just letting her go.
Yeah,
She was
about,
supposed
like,
to
completely. Fresh.
She was
She's
supposed to make like the Abbott was supposed to sacrifice his daughter,
Yeah.
and instead she took the place and
Yeah,
was like,
and
"I'll be
then
loyal
I'll
to
just
you."
leave.
And then Urzabeth was like, "You said you're gonna be loyal to me, right?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then she just leaves, and Urzabeth just doesn't have a
but
problem with
she
like,
that.
heard
okay.
Edward spit, so she's like, okay,
She's like,
whatever. She's like,
I'll take this guy instead.
Also, why was Edward even in the show? What was his
Kinda,
character
yeah.
supposed to
I was-
really do or
yeah,
say, or
yeah.
like? I guess it was supposed to show that, like, I guess the night creatures
Like,
can
they
like
can
their souls can be
retain-
redeemed.
Yeah. Well, I
So I
think it's
guess-
that like they can retain like some of their humanness, but also to
Yeah.
like for him to be a somewhat key like factor into what like brought on their rebellion against each other.
Okay.
But like
Mm.
that's really it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a really.
I was
big,
gonna
like,
say
it wasn't important until
it needed to
there,
be.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like his biggest parts were singing to the captain that got turned,
Mhm.
and like talking to
What?
her, like talking to her, like you know, basically we should rise up, and that was it. And then actually rising up. That was like his whole thing.
was honestly the whole like.
And then like,
Edward,
and then even Annette for the longest time, like, do you not care about your friend or brother or whatever they were? I was like, homeboy's been turned a long time ago. And
she was getting rizzed up by Richter. So
yeah, and then like, and then even after
times.
everything, she washes her hands in that thing, and he pulls up, and I'm like, this is how we're gonna bring them back together.
Well, yeah, because like to be fair with that, like she tried to save him, and he's like, nah, my work isn't done.
That's true.
Get out of here.
That's true. But there wasn't any
But
kind
then-
of like,
no, but
I wonder
yeah,
how
but
he's
then-
doing.
But then when they meet up again, she's just like, oh, hey.
I know you're a scary monster now, but let's go home.
Yeah.
Like, they'll accept you.
Yeah.
And
I was
like, I'm not gonna lie, during that final fight, whenever it would cut to Annette fighting the chimera, or
I was like,
whatever
you
that
still
was,
fighting this thing?
No, yeah.
I'm getting mad.
Oh.
When it would just pull up to her fighting the chimera thing, I was like this close to being like 5 seconds, like skipping forward. Because I was like, I just don't. This is just so uninteresting. I don't care. And why is it taking her so long? There's no like triumphant moment where she overcomes. I don't even remember how it ends.
I think she had help, I believe.
She knocked it away. I think like started walking away, and then like the segment souls came back or whatever, and she was good. That whole time I didn't understand like what was going on. I thought it was like her fighting something to do with the other two souls of segment or whatever, but it was
you're talking about when she was in that. Yes.
Yeah, at the very end when she was like when segment and Annette's body was like, oh, Annette's like not supposed to be here, just like I'm not supposed to be here or be there, so I'm not supposed to be here. I was like, is that what that is? Is he like a guardian of the spirit world thing trying to fight her?
I think because that thing is what's keeping Sekhmet where she was.
That's what I thought.
So she took her place, and it wasn't that she needed to necessarily beat it. She just needed to survive long enough to allow Sekhmet to do what she had to do. So I guess that's why there's no triumphant moment, but it doesn't feel great.
That was unclear because Sekhmet herself was like, oh, yeah, I mean, if she loses, or like, I don't know if she's going to win and be able to come back.
I'm like, what
so it's like the implication, I feel like, was that she was supposed to win.
Yeah.
But then Richter used the power of being a
quirked up white boy.
his powers of being skinny, quirked up, and white to bring her back to reality.
Low key.
And it worked.
And it worked.
And it did work.
Also, Richter, you not slick, bruh. Whenever like they go back into the boat so that she can like put the aloe on his burns or whatever, and this dude takes his shirt off with no burns anywhere on his torso.
Fact.
You ain't have to do that, bro.
Low key.
All the spots that were burned were perfectly exposed.
That's
bro.
true.
I was calculating.
Bro.
But
he
knew what
she was with
he
it though.
knew what was up.
She was with it
Listen,
though.
And
bro,
then
he
they
been
had-
through a rough journey. He's
Facts.
trying to put all the moves out now, so he got a good night.
Yeah. And then he beat the Doonies down and didn't take her clothes off, I guess, because she was still clothed. So then I was like, did
It's
they
that good?
did they just kiss and go to bed
all night or
They spiritually
beat the
there you
Doonies
go.
go to bed, or
Okay,
did
okay,
they
go to bed?
or did he beat the Doonies down?
goodness.
What happened?
Yeah, no. Whenever they were like the whole like, I hope my mom's not watching right now. I was like, facts actually, because if you about to beat the Doonies down, man,
Yeah, facts.
that's okay.
Like when I'm jorking my stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't want my ancestors looking at that.
I need to see what goes on there.
Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. I think for Tara, not a fan of her arc this season. Not really a fan of her this season. Once again, I thought it was the whole like battling duality of human heart, vampire body, mind, whatever. No. Maria, I think her storyline would have made a lot more sense if her mom did die this season because she was mad salty and her mom was actively there trying to help her out. She was the vampire. So her being like, damn. I was like, what are you tripping for? I get it. But she's right here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is certainly less impactful.
Yeah. Her killing her dad. Cool moment. Once again, because I was so locked out and uninterested. Maria's like storyline this whole season, my least favorite storyline. I'll say that. I was not locked in.
Yeah.
Mizrak and Orox. I did not,
I was like, no.
I did not think that I would like Orox because literally the first scene of the show is him murking Richter's mom.
That's
and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
but I actually kind of I could him though.
I knew from the second I saw Orox in that first scene that you were gonna like him because he's like the pretty bad boy like type character that you could tell is going to have a role of niceness later on.
Yeah,
that's your type. That's your bread and butter.
I did like him, but I don't understand. I don't understand vampire powers because why does he turn into a dragon?
And smoke also.
And smoke.
And
I don't get it.
I mean, I guess just cut like Alucard could turn to like a wolf and bats. I
See,
guess.
but that was
But
just because
bats
he did that in a
make
video
sense.
game. But like, why does
Yeah.
he? Why does he?
I mean,
Why does he do
you
that?
know.
And why doesn't like anybody else do that? Like,
you
why
know.
did Dermot or whatever her name is
Dermot.
have to? I forgot what her name is. Detra.
Where's it, D&D?
Drolta, my queen. Why did she have to turn into a night creature to become a sick and sexy monster? Like, why?
Well,
why
I
can't
think
she
it was
just do
more so
that?
that she already like was. It's just that like her also getting night creature powers also made her even stronger.
No, but like she didn't have any sort of vampire transformation like Orlox or like Alucard or
True.
like,
I mean, not all
know.
vampires like I don't know. You got to be a special breed. Got to be built different.
Or
Built
even-
different.
okay.
That's what I
Sure.
want to know. I don't
yeah,
get
like
it.
why some
Like,
have.
yeah.
I don't know.
Also, that last scene with Myron and Orlox, I forgot what his name. I always
Mizrak.
Mizrak.
Oh my God. Every
Like,
time you keep
what?
forgetting.
Like,
Now he's a vampire.
no, he's a vampire. Did he kill
See, that's what I
Orlox?
think.
Did he
No, I
have
think-
sex with
I
him?
think-
I think
No,
he-
they
I
were
think
they were doing the
but
do.
like he like jumps at him.
Yeah,
and
with his, like,
with his
fangs. Yeah,
fangs forward.
I don't-
So, like,
It's because I think he gets like immense hunger after you turn, so it's probably like he's hungry and he's like going to attack.
I get that,
think,
but like vampire blood, I don't
nah,
think.
I think it was just a
I don't think
sexual
saves
bite.
it. I
Maybe.
I think it
seemed
was
a lot more
freaks.
menacing because he had like the red
Yeah.
angry eyes. Like,
Yeah,
maybe they were
He's a
vampire
vampire.
bedroom eyes.
They get glowy eyes regardless.
I guess that's true.
I think it was more so like
I don't know what sexy eyes look like anyway. So
Oh,
hey,
damn.
say screw it.
Damn.
Mine turned blue.
Oh, hey, hell yeah.
Okay.
I wish.
Okay.
I thought it was like I also was like, what the hell? But I think it was more so like while he like at the very end was like, I'm scared to die and go to hell. I think he didn't want to die, but I think he is still angry that he was turned to a vampire. So I thought it was more like
That I get.
yeah.
That's what leads me to think that like he
Like
like
a-
killed him.
Well, I don't think
but it was,
it was
unclear.
I think it was like a cliffhanger kind of thing. I don't think I actually killed him. I think it was more so like a.
Maybe they were gonna
Mizrak
fight
ain't
so
killing
they could-
Orlox.
Well, true. Also true.
Well, no, I think
Well,
Orlox
Mizrak-
was. I
Orlox
think
probably let
Orlox
him.
was gonna let him
Yeah.
kill him.
I think
Because
if that was the
Orlox
route-
had the vibe of my purpose is meaningless. I kind of don't really care if I'm alive anymore. That was the vibe
I don't
was
see that
getting.
because for me, I think for him, like Mizrak, it has been
Is
his
his kind of
purpose.
purpose,
And
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but I
he
think-
turned him
I
into a
think, like-
vampire, but I don't think he would have just let him kill
Yeah.
him. Just
I don't think he would
well-
leave Mizrak alone in like his
Yeah.
agony as a vampire.
I guess that makes sense. I
Yeah.
I
That's what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
it was a thing of like I did this thing that I know he didn't want me to do, and if he wants to kill me over that, I'm just gonna let him do it.
I
it was
think
that.
maybe,
yes,
maybe
I think
I gotta
that.
rewatch it because I don't remember it being as menacing. Like I know there were fangs in the red eyes, but I don't remember it being more of like a intent to like
Mhm.
kill kind
Okay.
of vibe to it. But
It was very short.
it's
It
been a
was very,
bit
very
since
short.
I've finished.
All I
it,
know
so.
is his penis was already out,
Facts.
so that I was like, is this
I
post?
figured this was
is
round
this-
3.
I was like, is this post coitus or is this
or low key.
I don't know.
Yeah. Damn. Sorry. Hold on. Damn.
It's alright. It's coming back to you. Give it a
Richter and
second.
Annette, pretty cute.
I
Rock with
ship
them.
them.
I get like yes, but because I have to, not because I actually feel like.
I think it was very fast.
The
Fair.
connection
Yeah.
between them?
That's sorry. That's what I was gonna say. Whenever I think that, which is crazy because there were like less episodes per season for the first series.
Because
I think like the pacing of Nocturne is like crazy. Like I feel like things happen so fast, and then there's like a lull, and then like things happen fast. And then I think
Yeah.
the pacing could have been a little bit better,
yeah.
but yeah,
Trevor and Syph, I think, got together in season 3, but even then, or season 4, one of them. But even then, there was like
There was
years.
Stuff, yeah,
Yeah.
there
it was
stuff.
a
Yeah,
long
there was a lot of
time
time,
of like
yeah.
things happening.
Yeah.
Where this
Yeah.
kind of felt like it
like
was
like in a week.
a week or two.
It was like totally you love her. I was like, in a week.
and the thing is, I'm not a hater of young love. I just want to feel it.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I
you
think
know?
it was not that it was young love. It was to me felt too fast to where I was like, oh shit, that's right. You guys
Yeah.
did have an interest in each other, but it was like, damn, you already love each other. Y'all barely
Yeah.
like
yeah.
know each other.
I was like,
Yeah.
dang.
It's been like you said, a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jinx.
Yeah.
No,
Me.
we don't have any product
Yeah, it's
placement.
been a while.
I'll ask for that favor later. Anyway,
Oh my.
Jimmy, yeah.
Alex.
Mizrak, that's a cute man. He make a cute vampire. Alucard, that's my dog. I don't like how edgy he was in the beginning, but I get it. You know, he's like you said, he was alone for a while. I think him and Richter's his little friendship at the end. All I'm saying is him being like, no, let Annette go, and then him be like, my friend, you know this ain't what she want. I was like,
Yeah.
Ah. ooh, that's a good friend. Anyway,
My friend.
damn, Annette as Sekhmet. Anyway, honestly, 90% of the characters would. Jesus, I'm trying to get all these things out. Get Richter on a pro bending team. That man go crazy. The fighting style, fighting scenes, fire. Juice,
just love the fists, the fighting, bro. Like him incorporating the fire into his punches and all
Low-key,
that.
and like the lightning and the
lightning
ice,
too.
like, as a body cover. That was hard. Juiced in that red coat, icy as hell. Juiced in general,
You mean
one of my
Dante?
favorite characters.
Yeah, I say Dante. That's exactly what I
The old
thought.
man Dante.
That's Dante and DMC 8.
Yeah.
Damn. Once again, overall, pretty good. I liked it. I didn't give it a love on Netflix, though. I'll say that. But I did give it a like. I did give it a like.
funny.
I think original Castlevania is loved on my Netflix now. So, I think I agree with the voice acting. I don't think they were bad. I think once again, like the mixing, or I don't know what it was a little off.
It's like a thing where it's like it feels like they were all in completely separate rooms and completely separate states and completely separate times.
That's what I'm
They
saying. It
probably
didn't
were.
feel like a conversation.
Yeah.
Like how, like if we were in a booth together
Exactly.
talking, it felt very much like I said my line, you said your line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There's
not like
just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any like highlights, favorite things? If you haven't given, you just kind of said I like it.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with what you guys are saying. I thought it was really cool. I liked the fighting. I liked the animation style. The colors I thought were really cool. I'm a big person on like really pretty colors.
Vibrancy.
Drolta especially, her whole like
Yeah,
design and
I
color
think,
scheme
like,
throughout the entire thing was great.
I really, really love how like it was women in charge and like it was Elizabeth was the Messiah and like she was a woman, and then Drolta, like her right hand man right under her, was a woman. The Sekhmet was a woman, so it's like I
Till
really
she
liked.
wasn't.
Right, I really liked
Yeah.
kind of how like it had that female empowerment element to it in a way. Although they were kind of the bad guys, but like it still was cool to see her ability, I guess. I thought it was really cool. And their transformations I thought were really cool. Like in the end, seeing her, although it was kind of crazy to watch, but like seeing her transform into what she transformed into and then like seeing her demise, I thought that was really just like full circle. So yeah.
I was referencing when Drolta is like, you're not Sekhmet.
Yeah.
You're a loser.
I thought you meant she turned into a man at some
Yeah, I was
point.
like, what?
Oh, no.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
I missed a lot.
No.
That episode, I knew Jolta was gonna be on some bullshit, and then she was
Yeah.
on some bullshit, and I was like, "Yep, there it
Yeah, I
is."
felt it.
Yeah,
I felt it. I was like,
yeah.
I was surprised Drolta was like the ringleader in a
Yeah.
way, though.
It feels
Yeah.
like
Like,
she
oh,
was
I
almost
thought-
the one in charge, and like
Yeah.
Elizabeth was just like the face of it.
Well,
Like
yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
Drolta made Elizabeth think that she was in charge, but then really it was Drolta the one that
Yeah.
was like the puppet
It really was.
master.
And I low-key just thought about it, about like them kind of like showing the hints of like her not being the perfect vessel, like the entire time, because like that scene where like in the first season where she's like, "Oh, it's taking you more to like do the eclipse each time or whatever," I was like, "What is this scene for?" But then at the end, I was like, I guess that makes sense to be like, oh yeah, she was never actually gonna
Yeah,
be
she
the vessel.
wasn't,
Kind of like,
like-
okay,
She wasn't really good enough for
Yeah.
a host for a segment.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like the whole time Drolta did look at her as like
yeah.
the
Oh, for sure.
Messiah, but I think once she saw
Like-
Sekhmet herself
When it was like,
reject her,
yeah,
she's like,
oh, then you're not. Yeah.
Well, like for first she was like, Sekhmet, why? Like I've been
Yeah.
doing all this for you, and she's like,
Yeah.
you're crazy.
Yeah.
What are you
I didn't
doing?
ask for this.
you did a lot of crazy bad
Yeah.
shit, and then she's like, oh, well, I'm disgusted with you now
Yeah.
because you didn't do your
Uno
job.
reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
She
taking
Uno
your job
reverse
now.
Yeah.
hard.
And then she got clapped within like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But it was a good fight. Very, very good fight scene. Dragon, I was tight.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed hearing our conversation about Castlevania. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys check it out, leave us a comment. Let us know if you liked it, if you hate it, if you were kind of in between. Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. As always, you're here with
Da
Boys.
and we will see your beautiful selves next week. Bye.
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 Ta-ta for